Hey guys, this is William with another Let's Play Agricola. I'm going to be playing an EIK W France deck along with G4 and G5 test deck with Joe Knapp, Maninteitz, and Ken. Now, decided to broadcast this game because I would say Joe and Gavi, Maninteitz, are both stronger players than I am, so this is a good opportunity to see, how things look when you think you're one of the weaker players in the game. Joe's pretty widely respected on the Play-agricola.com site as one of the strongest players, and I've played with Maninteitz several times, and he's a pretty good player himself. So the cards that have the funny coloring, those are both from the G4, G5 deck, and we're actually going to be hosting a tournament very soon to try and select the final cards that are going to be included in G4, G5. And this is important because in 2016, Agricola is getting getting republished. It's getting a new edition, and included in that is going to be a whole bunch of already published decks as well as G4, G5. Um, Looking at this draft, Trader's Daughter. Um, Not gonna pick that first. Raiding Maniac is a really strong card. Um, Unfortunately, you kind of want to know what your ox are going to be before you play it, and also to know how you're going to feed early on, because it is quite expensive for early game feeding. Champion Breeder can be really good if you know you're going animals. And Eremite is interesting. It lets you play a certain strategy, but Eremite's the kind of card that you can't first pick. Um, um, Hill Bandit is just like a generically good card. So for me, it's between Hill Bandit and Raiding Maniac. I think I'm going to take Hill Bandit. Mm, no, I'm going to take Raiding Maniac. I think Raiding Maniac is just so strong. Okay, well, I can pretty easily say that Animal Breeder is the best card in this pack without even looking at it too hard. Um, oh. Wow, Circus Manager seems amazing. Um, but it seems like it entirely cancels out my Animal Breeder, or my Raiding Maniac, sorry. So I think I'm going to take Animal Breeder here anyways, and know that Joe is gonna, almost certainly going to take Circus Manager. Anything that lets you play occupations easier is pretty strong, so that's why I took Raiding Maniac first, and I'm going to be taking Animal Breeder now. Um, I think Clerk is actually a really strong card, especially because I'm going to need the food in this game. I'm going to be pretty hungry. So I think Clerk is pretty nice. Wheat Farmer is interesting if you're going to go for early fields, but I'm not going to. I think Clerk is the best card in this pile. So I think I'm going to be playing in stage one. I'm going to play Clerk and Writing Maniac, and then I'll have 4 cards come out with my Raiding Maniac, so I'll plan on playing 6 occupations. Okay, so Minimalist combos with the Eremite that's in my first pack. Acrobat combos with the Circus Manager that I just passed to Joe, and I'm sure he picked. Land Surveyor, if you can plow a bunch of fields early, that would be good, but I think I'm not going to because my Animal Breeder, I'm going to go the other way. And then Reformer would be okay because it lets me hold a bunch of animals. I think I might want to take Minimalist, though, just because... just because of the combo with Eremite, actually. I can have a strong game. I'm gonna need a cooking hearth as to feed, but other than that, I might not need any. Oh, this is my only opportunity to play Minimalist. If I don't take Minimalist, I would take Reformer, or I would take Acrobat. Probably I would take Reformer. So for me, it's between Acrobat, Minimalist, and Reformer. Acrobat's gonna be so good for the Circus Manager, so maybe I should hate draft that. Um, yeah, it's hard to win with Minimalist. Yeah, so I think I won't play Minimalist. Uh, yeah, so I'm passing the Eremite Minimalist combo, but I'm not too worried about that. It's fun to play, to try weird strats like that, but it's not necessarily the best way to play. So I'll take Acrobat. There's the Eremite back. So Pig Breeders, all right. I'm gonna need food, so I wonder if I should take Trader's Daughter and plan on feeding with Trader's Daughter at the end of for the second harvest, because I am going to need a bunch of food. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. The other card I would take here is Pig Breeder. Pig Breeder's decent, but I shouldn't have any trouble getting animals with my Animal Breeder. Um, so Bone Collector would be okay, except for the fact that um, I'm going to be fencing early in the game, so I'm not going to have a lot of use for wood late. Uh, Longbowman gets me more animals, but I think Cowherd is the better card here. I can play Cowherd in round 11, and then, I'll be able to take a whole bunch of food with it. So I'll take Cowherd. And then lastly, we'll take Tapestry Weaver. Yeah. So a reminder of how my occupations are going to shake out. So my plan is probably play Clerk in round 1 if I can, round 1 or 2. Then Raiding Maniac towards the end of the stage. And then with my Raiding Maniac, I'll play Acrobat, then Trader's Daughter, then Animal Breeder, then Cowherd. I think that'll be the plan. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to take Buried Treasure here, just because it goes pretty well with the Acrobat. When I'm jumping onto Plow, I'll get some stone. Yeah. Otherwise, the rest of the cards are not amazing. Yeah, I think Buried Treasure. There's a supply exchange for the passing miners are good with the minimalist Eremite combo, so if someone's playing that, they'll be happy to see any sort of passing miners. So I'm probably with my trader's daughter going to want to get like 8 food from it because I'm going to want 2 food to pay for the occupation itself and then another 4 food. So I'm going to want to convert like 2 stone or a stone and a reed and a clay or something like that. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take vegetable harvest. I could go. Am I going to be able to go big house, half timbered house? I think probably not. Probably only going to get three rooms, and then I'm going to focus on getting my animal breeder running. Um, Popcorn seems interesting. Um, Alms basket. I'm not going to play it because I have the clerk that I'm going to want to play in round one. Private forest. Wouldn't be bad, but it's going to make me really food hungry. Um, but it is going to get me a whole bunch of wood, which I do want. So I could take private forest here. So if I play private forest, my ideal stage 1 is clerk, then private forest, then next round I would read stone food or take 2 read. Probably read stone food. I could do that. Yeah. I think private forest here. Evening prayer would be interesting, except for the fact that I want to do my plowing after I get my buried treasure and acrobat out. So, yeah, I think I'm not going to do that. Baby sling. Baby sling would be interesting, except it frees up space on family growth. So I want my opponents to be playing that so that I can go on that spot. Um, Probably not going to go farm stable. Probably not going to build any stables. Um, Collar and chain is a stone for a point, which I guess is okay. Yeah, none of these cards really do that much for me. I guess I could evening prayer, and then if I have a really bad start to the game, evening prayer kind of helps counteract that. It's kind of like a safety net card. Um, and yeah, because the rest of these are so uninspiring, I'll take evening prayer. I'm not planning on playing it, but if I start fourth and don't get to play any occupations in round one, then I'll plan on using my evening prayer. Oh, undisturbed pond again, anti-combos with my clerk. Um, I could mountain cave. Children's playground seems alright. I think I'm between mountain cave and kids corner. Holding extra animals will be good for me because I think I am going to plan on breeding. Will I need a whole bunch extra stone? Probably not, so I think I take kids corner here. You know what though? I think I am going to take mountain cave. I think mountain cave is just a slightly better card. Yeah, mountain cave's just slightly better. Okay, here probably I take I could take lasso or I could take acreage. Um, I think I take. I have 1, 2, 3 early game cards that I can play. Early cheap, early miners. Um, Really only 2 with the family growth queue though. Probably I take lasso though. Especially with cow herd, grabbing the cattle spot will be good for me, I guess. Yeah. Here, orchard, I guess. Oh, it's a free point. Am I likely to be able to play it? I could take spindle because I am probably going to go for an early fireplace and get a hold a bunch of sheep. Or I'm gonna want to get a cooking hearth. Could play popcorn. Um, Converting reed into grain seems nice. Basically means if I can do a 3 reed take, it's the equivalent of a 3 grain take, but it costs me a wood is the problem. Spindle might be better, and orchard might be better. Acrobat will probably get me some grain, so I think orchard or spindle probably. And I'll take spindle. I'll take orchard. And then here, baby sling or farm stable. I'll take baby sling just because I'm probably not going to build any stables. So I know that, so I'm expecting that Joe took circus manager. Um, and I'm thinking that Ken must have had a really good first pick because he passed animal breeder and circus manager. So Ken probably has a card along the lines of, um, hidden constable, chamberlain, braggart. He probably has something along that line. Um, yeah. So a reminder of my draft. So my plan is I ended up second, so that's actually perfect for me. I'm going to round one clerk, and that I think is the best use for clerk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can get 8 food in round 9, or I can get 11 food or 10 food in round 11. I think I'm going to get the 8 food in round 9 because it'll let me just like accelerate in these 2 rounds so that I can get my animal breeder up and running as fast as possible. It also means my evening prayer won't come out and all the other cards that encouraged late building occupations don't come out, so that's fine. I'm happy with this start. I'm very happy. And then either 2 clay or 2 wood. I'll be good. Oh, Maninteit's got circus manager. That's interesting. I didn't think Joe would pass it. Yeah, I used clerk one time to get stuff in the harvest, and that was nice. I got it round 11, and then I bought like 3 wood, 2 stone. I played with sailboat constructor, and I bought like grain, vegetable, 3 wood, 2 stone, something ridiculous like that. And it was just like an absolutely dream start, or a dream usage of it, I think. Um, Certainly clerk gets worse if you can't play him in round 1, and if you can't play him for free. Like I got pretty lucky with that. Um, yeah. There's fence deliveryman, which I would have liked with my animal breeder, but that is okay by me. Okay, sheep came out pretty early, which I'm happy with. Um, So I go for 2 read here. So if it comes down to it, and I need to guarantee the first fireplace, I'll play my lasso with starting player, and then I can fireplace grab 3 sheep. If it comes out here, I probably can just play it and not have to worry about anything else. The sheep grab's pretty important too because of my raiding maniac. I'm gonna need a lot of food in order to support it. So yeah, so far I'm pretty content with how this game is starting out. I don't have any wood yet, which means it's going to be hard for me to build the first room, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. So if I have if I have 2 wood available, I mean, I am going to have 2 wood. So right now, I'm choosing 2 wood or starting player, and I guess I'll take 2 wood. Oh, I could play occupation as well. Um, I guess I'll take 2 wood. Yeah, I could play Ock. It looks like Joe passing on late occupations is gonna go for a undisturbed pond game, probably. So there's a supply exchange. Oh, I wonder if Joe is gonna play a minimalist eremite game. That would be amazing to see. I hope he does, because that would be absolutely amazing to watch happen. Minimalist was in his starting pack, so he knew about it, and when he saw the eremite, so he could plan on it from the very beginning. Um, the problem is Minimalist has like a low point ceiling because you can't play a whole bunch of minors. You can't play improvements, and generally improvements help increase your point ceiling, like the highest attainable amount of points you could get within a given game. Um, So it's up to the rest. Like Joe, I think I can probably call it now. Joe will probably have like a 46 point game, 47 point game, maybe a little higher, and it'll be on the rest of us to have a stronger game than that. And it's definitely doable, but yeah. What's this? Maninteit's playing Deliveryman. Yeah, I think that's a pretty nice card. So supply exchange, it lets you trade a 2 wood action for a reedstone food action, which is interesting. I think it's a nice card. Helps counteract the effect of starting placement, like the randomness in round 1 and 2. So unfortunately, um, thing didn't come out. Major minor didn't come out. So I'm probably going to have to go on starting player in order to protect my animals. Yeah, so that's a really early quarry. Good for him. Um, I could take 4 clay now, and I think that would sort of protect the sheep grab. Um, like for someone else to steal it. Oh, this really sucks. I wanted those animals pretty badly. I'll take the 4 clay just to disincentivize anyone else, but it's possible that they take it anyways, which really sucks. Really was counting on that getting those animals. Excuse me. So just as long as Ken doesn't take clay. Oh, he does take clay. Oh, that really sucks. Well, I mean, that means I'm not going to get the stuff that I'm hoping to. I could play fishing here, or I could hope for 4 food with fishing next round. Um, so I'm either going to play Writing Maniac or take fishing. If I take fishing, I'm going to need another food take in order to support my Writing Maniac, which sucks. So that means I think I have to count on getting the 4 food fishing. Mm. So if I can play the major and then get 4 food, that'll be ideal for me. I want that to happen, but that's probably not going to happen. So I think I'm going to hope on getting the 4 food fishing. Yeah, so imagine Ken builds the small fireplace here, and then I'll take 4 food. Oh, wow, he didn't do that. Okay, I am very happy to do this. So looking towards the rest of the game, I'm going to want a 3 wood take in order to get to building my first room. I can hold on to baby sling just in case, or I'll hold on to a sheep in order to be able to play baby sling just in case. Um, Looks like Joe's actually setting up to build 2 rooms at once. But if that happens, I mean, well, I don't know. Wow, I'm surprised that fishing didn't get taken. So if it doesn't, yeah, there's fishing. Okay, I knew it would. So if I need a food take, acrobat is fine because I could do it even this round. It's 3 food and then jump to plow. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that move, especially early on when plow and take one grain are going to be left untaken, for sure. Um, so Maninteit's took Reedstone food, so I'm hoping to get 3 wood. That's my ideal play. Ken plays wood carver. So probably with my second move, I go on TP and jump. Manintites might play another occupation though. Hard to say. Oh, there, Joe went on. Joe went on acrobat. That's fine. So I'm. Hmm, so I could take 4 clay, or I could go on 2 wood. Those are probably the 2 actions that I'm looking at right now. The 4 clay goes better with my trader's daughter, because I'll probably be able to sell 3 of them, or maybe even 4 of them, in order to get a bunch of food. Yeah, so I can do 4 clay here probably. Do I need to go on starting player? No, Joe is going to go on starting player. And then I'm probably going to build room next round. And yeah, I think I 4 clay here is the best move. I could take 2 wood, but 2 wood. I don't really need the wood is the thing. So when I go on starting player, or when I go on family growth and starting player, I'm planning on playing buried treasure and then either mountain cave or lasso, or maybe baby sling. So buried treasure for sure because it's free, and then one of these 3. Mountain cave and baby sling, I can't do both of them. And actually, if I do a reed take, I'll probably choose between lasso and baby sling. And I can, of course, use my sheep in order to pay for baby sling. So family growth comes out late. So there's Joe um, taking 2 grain with his alms basket, and then we know that he's going to play undisturbed pawn next. Oh, and also with the color and chain play, I know he's not going minimalist. So I guess he just didn't have any compelling early game occupations to play, which is fine. So I need to build a room. So next round, I'm going to eat my sheep in order to play my trader's daughter and probably convert 4 clay into food. I can do 3 clay. Probably 4 clay. I guess 3 clay means I don't have to do another clay take in order to renovate. But I'm probably going to want to play an oven or a major. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to need 4 food for this harvest, so I have to do 2. And then a third one will give me the food I need in order to play my thing here, although I'm getting 8 food. Uh, Maybe I'll do 3 food, and then if I don't build another room. I don't have to do another clay take in order to renovate. Yeah. I mean, holding on to two clay would be, or one clay even for the stone oven would be nice, but I think Maninteitz is probably going to grab that with his quarry storehouse keeper combo. It's a pretty nice combo. He'll grab both of the ovens, I imagine. So Ken just renoed and played a minor. It's interesting. I could take 3 wood here. I could take 2 stone. I could take 2 reed. I think I take 3 stone. So Maninteitz is going on starting player, but Joe can build a room in order to block him. So that is interesting. I wonder if he will, or if Ken will. Ken might block him by going on building a stable for 1 wood. No, Ken's not going to. Does that mean that I have to block him? Oh, that really sucks. I don't want to either. I want to do other stuff. I want to take 3 wood or 3 stone. Although, actually I don't want to take 3 stone at this point. Stone's probably not worth anything to me. So I'm putting the onus on Joe to build another room if he wants to block Maninteitz. Does he want to? No, he doesn't. Well, we just let Maninteitz grow second with the start that he had. That's probably GG. I'm gonna acrobat here, I think. and jump to plow. And then next round I can take so Joe is, well, oh man. Well, that donkey play means that he's probably not going to steal my sheep, although Joe might steal my sheep. So maybe I should take 4 sheep here. I could also take 4 wood. So if I don't take wood, am I going to get a wood action? I mean, they're 4 good takes here. So actually there are lots of good takes here. So I think I probably get a good action anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have so much food this game. It's actually ridiculous. So I actually probably will play Baby Sling in order to gain an action, because it's probably not, unless Joe builds a room this round, it probably won't make things easier for Joe. So yeah, I might play Baby Sling. So if I could get 4 wood with my next action, that'd be pretty cool. And then what would my next move be? Probably stables or fences. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Get cattle and boar. And then I have 2 breeding pairs already at a very early point in the game with a cooking hearth. Have even more food than I need. So if Joe doesn't build a room here, I can do 6 wood with my first action next round, which I might do. So I would do 6 wood, then family growth with baby sling, and then fence would be my 3 actions that I do. Oh, there's his build. Not too surprising. I could play baby sling anyways. Um, if it was a round 5 family growth game, I probably would play baby sling, but I guess I probably won't. Excuse me. The problem with a card like Baby Sling is that it makes family growth, which is a very important action, easier to take, which is generally bad. It's generally something that you don't want to do. Um, So my maniac plays animal breeder. Oh, so I'm going to have to starting player here. I'm still a full round away from growing. That sucks. And instead of taking 6 wood, I have to go on starting player, which also sucks. But I will survive. So my next action is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fences, and buying cattle and boar. So I haven't seen the card that Ken took instead of so I'm going to eat a sheep in order to buy 2 of those and eat 3 food in order to get 2 of those. And then let them both breed. So I should have taken the heavy plow, which is the plow that lets me plow extra fields based on the number of cattle that I have. So I keep my H and I'll still plow like that though. I forgot, animal breeders not per pasture, but just once per fencing action. That's my mistake. And it really sucks that with my first action after family growth. I could play baby sling, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem very good. So, goals for the rest of the game: plow and take wood and renovate. So probably I take 6 stone if it's available. And then I can plan on renovating and playing stone oven. Yeah, I definitely do that. 6 stone. Cool. Now, if Maninteit's really wants to protect getting stone oven, he can read stone food, take a clay, and then build it, which he might do. Um, I mean, if he does that, then I take 4 read next round at Build Basket Maker's Workshop and say that that is fine with me. Um, um, so Joe's got all the wood he needs. Maninteit's is going to need a bit more wood, but it's not critical. Actually, he doesn't need any more wood. He's going to fence another 4 on his own. And so Ken is going to need wood. So it's between Ken and I to do a bunch more fencing. But the rest of them, wood shouldn't be as big of a priority for them. So probably I take 4 reed with my next action. And plan on getting Basket Maker's Workshop and Stone Oven. And then if I leave 2 cattle to someone, I mean, I'm not too concerned with that. Yeah. So big thing for me is going to be getting to plow enough times. Probably only going to get 3 or 4, which is too bad. Really wish I'd taken the heavy plow. Could have played it instead of Mountain Cave. So this is where I wish I had selected Tapestry Weaver instead of Cowherd, because Tapestry Weaver will actually probably be better for me over the course of the rest of the game. But, oh well. I think I take 4 reed here, so that I can reno this round. So I don't know what Joe's gonna do. He might take cattle. Yeah, he does. Good. I'm happy with that. Well, I don't know if I'm happy. Joe's having a good game. Forgot he can keep them with the collar and chain. Yeah, I wish I had Tapestry Weaver there, because then that would probably be worth 2 points if I took. I would need defense again. Yeah, might not have been worth it. It's hard to say. Alright, Ken plays starting player, which I am happy with because I want to be going after him. Now, is Plow going to be available? I would love to play Acrobat and jump to Plow here, but I'm not sure if it'll be available. Reno and building my major will definitely be available, whichever major that I want to do. So the question is, for food and hope that I can jump, or just plow directly? I think I just plow directly here. I could take 4 food and jump to grain with my acrobat. So Joe played alms basket, undisturbed pond, and alms, which is pretty sick. He must really have not liked any of his minors. I could also consider building a stone room myself with the stone house extension. So with that in mind, I could, oh, there's Ken going on things, so I'm going to do this and play that. So I have enough stone to reno if I want to, and then I could reno and play Stonehouse Extension with a 3 stone take. Or I can play Basket Maker's Workshop. Either of those would be acceptable. So I feed A and 2 food. Oh. And I forgot that I can take a stone when I go on plow. I probably still will play the Stonehouse Extension. 2 more plow actions will be enough. Ooh, nice. I wonder if that can't have been his first pick, I don't think. So is Ken gonna family growth minor and then I go family growth, or is he gonna go family growth and then I go 6 wood? Those are kind of the 2 things that might happen here. Or he takes 6 wood because he needs wood really badly. That's possible too. If he takes 6 wood, I family growth. Yeah, and I family growth and say thank you very much. Why build Stonehouse Extension when you can get family growth for free? So if 4 wood's available, I'll take 4 wood. If plow's available, I'll take plow instead. But yeah, plow's not going to be available. So I take 4 wood if I can. Do I want a starting player? I could do that as well. Starting player lasso. That wouldn't be bad. Oh, but Maninteitz took starting player. That's fine. Oh, there's 4 wood gone, which is unfortunate because I wouldn't have minded 4 wood at all. What can I do here? I could reno. I could take stone and then reno Stonehouse Extension. Problem is, building the Stonehouse Extension at this point doesn't get me an extra room for a family member, because family growth has done that for me already. So what I could do is take 2 cattle and then take 2 sheep. Could do that. Not very exciting, but... Or I could take vegetable and then 2 cattle with my next move. Yeah, maybe I do that. Or I could acrobat to grain. It's almost certainly not going to get blocked. Excuse me. But I can probably acrobat to grain with my next move, and it gets me an extra food, so something. Not much, but it's something. So I probably want to leave Reno Fence available to myself. Was Profit in this draft? Profit was, so I bet Joe's holding on to Profit in order to do that maybe next round, or this round in order to hold a whole bunch of animals that are going to become available. So there's the cowherd being useful before the tapestry weaver. But if I'd had tapestry weaver, I probably would have gone on sheep here, and then it would have been worth 2 points. If I take 2 extra cattle with cowherd though, that'll probably be worth a point, maybe 2 points. It'll be worth food, which might be more valuable than 2 points. Hard to say. Well, there's Joe going on grain, so my acrobat would have been blocked, which is always interesting to be aware of, that potentially could have happened. Yeah, so how are we looking? My plan is, oh, there's the profit. Yep, I was right. So he does that in order to be able to hold animals next round, and he's going to fence 15. Yep. So my plan is that I'll plow one more field, which gives me 5 stone, and then I can reno and play the basket maker's workshop. And I'm also going to need another wood take in order to fence and get boar. So if Ken leaves plow so available, even if he doesn't leave plow and just plow, then yeah, I'll plow either way. Ken plays Chief's grandson, which is worth 2 points for him. And he takes boar, and I say thank you very much, and go on plow sow. And I get an extra stone with my treasure, I think. Yep. So my game's lining up pretty nicely. I have all the stone that I need in order to build the basket maker's workshop. Nobody else has enough reed in order to steal it from me. So overall, I'm pretty happy. Joe goes on starting player. So being last in the last round kind of sucks, but if the moves that I'm going to do are like protected anyways, then it doesn't matter. So me looking at my next move, probably 3 wood. If not 3 wood, maybe so plow's gone. So I could take 2 food and jump to grain. Or yeah, probably 3 wood. I think that is pretty easy take for me here. So Maninteit's can reno, and these two cannot. So reno fence should be safe to me. Safe for me. So that's pretty nice. So probably my next 2 moves are another 3 wood, and then traveling players jump to grain. I think that'll be my next 2 moves. And Joe is going to plow sow with his first action. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to be leaving a couple spaces open, farmyard spaces open, which always sucks when you do that. Oh, is this Reno? If this is the Reno, that'll be pretty nice for me, because then I know that my Reno fence is can be left to the last possible minute. Oh, no, he didn't, but he's going to want to, I think. He's going to want to go major minor. I'm going to want to go on major minor. Okay. So there's fence. The fence is gone. So that means fence action is for sure going to be safe because nobody else can fence. I still take 3 wood anyways, but then my last move will be TP, jump to grain. And then I feed 2 cattle. I think I have to feed that way. That's fine. This is a pretty silly game with writing maniac, circus manager, and writing maniac, circus manager, and scholar, as well as an alms player. The cards aren't as good with I jumped the grain. Like they all like the circus manager and the writing maniac make it easier to play occupations. And then the fact that we have an alms player, he doesn't want to play any occupations. And then the scholar lets you play occupations. So it's, it's a pretty strange game. So that's going to be worth 4 food for him. Okay. Maybe it'll be worth points, but I don't think so, because we're both going to reno. So, yeah, that's something. If I could plow sow. Well, there's Joe filling up his... This is what someone like Joe is really good at. He just maxed out his vegetable and grain points with that action. So that's pretty sick by him. And so even though he doesn't have a whole lot of improvement points, he's just got a really solid farm overall. I guess I could family growth. I didn't think about that. Um, if major minor got blocked, that would suck. But like family growth is 3 points here. I'm almost certainly going to be able to reno. Well, actually, Ken could block my fences, but I think he's going to want a major minor, so my reno fence will be safe, in which case family growth is fine. So family growth is 3 points. Maybe 2 points because it cost me a food, but Joe grabs another 2 points. So if I can, I will major minor with my next action and build Basket Maker's Workshop. To feed, I'm going to have to eat 2 cattle. So it's always annoying. I guess I should have just passed it back to Maninteitz so that he could sort out his stuff. Oh, there's the constable. Oh, I thought Ken might have had that. Womp womp. Yeah, I thought Ken might have had the constable. Well, it sucks for me, but that's okay. If only I hadn't built this fence here. Yeah. Well, great game by Joe. I mean, Joe's a really strong player. I knew that I would have to play an amazing game and get lucky in order to beat him. And actually, Gabby might still be ahead of him, but yeah, I'm nowhere close, unfortunately. I guess I could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then build 2 more stables. I could do that actually. Yeah, so I could get this. No, I don't have enough moves. No, I don't have enough moves. Damn. So I'll take 3 reed and Reno. So then I eat 2 food, a reed, and an A. So all things considered, my game turned out pretty nicely because I'm like as optimized as I can. I have one extra wood, but then all the rest of my resources are like at the lower limit of the point threshold, 3 boar, 4 cattle. Um, the thing that I wish I had done better, of course, is if I could have fenced 12, like the big pastures and still held the same amount of animals, and then I would have got the constable bonus, and then I don't know if that would have been enough to help me win, but nah, it probably wouldn't have been. Anyways, I end with 41. Oh, looks like Maninteit's did win. Yeah, so getting the constable. Actually, it would have been an 8-point swing. Anyways, that's so I ended with 41. Joe had 47, and Maninteit's had 49. Um, and Ken ends with 33. I just made a comment to him that I think he should have stable blocked Maninteit's because when Maninteit's was able to grow second, um, that was really helpful for him. And I think Joe probably agreed with me. But good games all around. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something from this. Yeah, let me know if you have any feedback. You can always come out and play on Play-agricola.com. We're going to be having a tournament soon, so if you could get a bunch of games, um, yeah. Anyways, good game by them. Thanks for watching, and feel free to send me any feedback, agricolaattorney@gmail.com, or a comment on the YouTube. Always appreciate getting feedback. Okay, bye.